Okay, let's do a quick recap and cover some of the important points we took a look at throughout this module. So we started off by understanding Azure Storage Replication. So you'll want to remember the different replication types, and also remember the default was read access geo-redundant storage. That gives you the ability not only to replicate your data in a storage account to a secondary region, but you could also read that data out anytime you want. So you don't have to wait for the Azure team to actually do a storage failover before you can access the data. Now remember that in those scenarios, when you're using read access geo-redundant storage, you can go into the storage account properties. You can see the different endpoints for both the primary and the secondary endpoint. That way you can work with the data in any of those locations that you need to. We took a look at working with virtual machine managed disks and the fact that those are required when you're working with multiple availability zones in your architectural design. Managed disks makes it really easy for you. You don't have to think about storage accounts for the virtual machine hard disks that you're building. We talked about some considerations when it comes to running backups and taking snapshots of those virtual machine disks. And then we saw how we could do high availability for relational database workloads like Microsoft SQL Server, and we took a look at Azure Cosmos DB and geo-redundancy there as well. So that brings us to the end of this module. Next up, we're going to tackle networking in Azure. So we'll work with load balancing and a lot of other interesting things that you want to keep in mind when it comes to building highly available architectures on the Azure platform.